Yesterday on the homestead felt like a gardening marathon. I kicked off by soaking some bean seeds, prepping them for planting tomorrow. My first task in the greenhouse was setting up tomato cages for the squash. I'm trying vertical growing to maximize space, a first for me, and I plan to apply this method to the raised beds outside as well. I then attended to the tomato plants in the containers in the greenhouse. These were some volunteer tomato plants that had sprouted in the compost over the winter. Opting to just keeping them in the greenhouse rather than transplanting to the garden, I rigged them with twine for support. Next, I staked the peppers with bamboo stakes, and when I ran out, I used several straight sticks I had saved for just such occasion. Then I moved outside to the garden. I moved the pepper plants in grow bags outside to be in full sun. I put them right next to their counterparts in the raised beds, ensuring uniform growing conditions so that I could prepare them correctly. I also transplanted some scraggly cherry tomato plants that were long overdue to be planted from their cramped containers into a new home. I used this large container filled with last year's compost. I planted them deeply and added organic fertilizer to each hole. Then I mulched with this year's compost that wasn't quite ready just yet, but served the role well. Then I moved on to plant tomatillos, though not as deeply. I wrapped up the day with a stroll through the bee yard, observing the bees as they oriented, a process where young bees fly near the hive, learning to recognize their home's location. It was another soul-satisfying day on the homestead, immersed in the joys of gardening.